Do you have an EVGA power supply matched with a 4000 series GPU? Well then this is the cable. Cut. Hey, what's up? John Charette here, and I recently moved over my 13900K N4090 into this Thermaltake Core P3 Pro case. But more importantly, I upgraded the power supply. It's been working fine. It's been absolutely great, but I'm really just not happy with some of the cabling with this build. And today I want to go through my options to explain how I'm going to clean it up. So to me, there are three major problem areas with this build and the cabling. First, we have kind of the default power supply cables coming out of the CPU here, the two 8-pin connectors. There is the 24-pin over here that kind of just looks like a standard 24-pin connector. And then of course, the worst of the worst is the DisplayPort adapter 3 8-pin breakout that you're seeing here. Now, if you notice, this isn't my 4090. If you want to check out and see what happened to the MSI 4090 Gaming X Trio, you can check out the video here after you're done with this one. But I've since taken the Eagle 4080 out of this guy here, my last build, to use in here until I can kind of get a replacement card. Stay tuned. I do have a 4070 Ti that I will be reviewing shortly. So the first thing I wanted to fix was kind of the 8-pin connector and the 24-pin. I went to my local computer store and bought this PSU cable extension comb kit for 20 bucks. Company's iCan. I'll see if I can link something in the description below on Amazon. That is similar, but it comes with two 8-pin power connectors for the CPU, two PCI Express extensions, which I probably won't be using, and then one 24-pin extension. This one here comes in black and white. I did use similarly on this build here, some of the same extensions, and they work really well. Because they're extensions, they'll work with any power supply. It's when you start to plug in cables directly into the power supply that they need to be power supply specific, aka if this is EVGA, it has to be EVGA cables. You can't grab Corsair or Asus cables and plug them in. It doesn't work. Now, in researching the cable, I wanted to use the 12 volt 16-pin cable from the power supply at a couple options. The most popular is CableMod. I've featured them before in one of my last builds. But I also heard on Reddit of this company called ModDIY. I had never heard of them, so I thought, why not check them out? When you go on their website, they have a few different options for 600 watt, 12-pin, 12 volt cables. If you go through there, they have some that actually look pretty nice, similar to CableMod's. But I decided to go with a pretty basic version for 20 bucks with free shipping. Now, free shipping was free shipping. It came from Hong Kong and it took 12 days, but it did arrive. I mean, here's the cable. We will install it together and we'll see how it works. And this one is EVGA specific. You see that big sticker? It's kind of just literally a paper cutout. So this one is designed specifically for these power supplies. Now, the other option is CableMod. If you haven't used their configurator online, it is beautiful. But what I noticed is that you go through the cable configurator, they have the two different types of cables, their classic cables and their pro cables. The classic cables, they don't have a 600 watt power cable adapter. You do have to go to the Pro series. Now the Pro series is amazing. That's where you can start to really have the braided cables, color code them, really work it into your color aesthetic with your build. For me, as you can see, I'm black on black on black. I didn't really care. That's why I went cheap and cheerful. When speccing out the CableMod one on the Pro, it came out to about $48 plus $8 shipping. So you're in the $50 US range for the same-ish cable. So that's why I went with the $20 one in this case. I'd love to know what you're doing for your build and know, I mean, are you gonna CableMod because they can get wicked colors, or are you just going for more of a clean up the look, which we'll do here, and it doesn't really matter. I know Corsair, when I'm looking at the Best Buy website, they used to have the one here, this here is a Corsair. They were almost like kind of the first ones to come up with this cable where It used two 8-pin power connectors to the 16-pin and still rated for 600 watts. I picked that one up for 20 bucks. Now on their website, that one seems to be unavailable. They've now redesigned it. It's now 30 bucks. You can get it in black or white. So it looks like it's a braided cable as well now too. So yeah, next step is gonna be to take this cable out, all the adapters, add the extensions on, and then reconnect it. So I mean, if you're enjoying this video so far, please shoot me a thumbs up. If you like my content and you dig kind of what I'm doing, you want to follow along on my tech journey, please subscribe. All right, okay, so I mean, so far, so good. You can see the extension cables here coming out the top for the CPU. That is, oh, I've got them spun the wrong way. Okay, that's in. They look much better. Kind of clean. Let's put in the, so here's the trick right now, is that, can you see this? Here is the 12 pin. It's not long enough. Now, I don't know what length I picked. It may not work to go in the back and around. And maybe if I pull it through and then come back. Through here and then plug it in. Okay, so I came in through the bottom here instead, going up and around. The cable just wasn't long enough. So that is something to note. I'm gonna put in the description below what the cable length of this cable is. So that if you're in this situation, maybe you wanna go a little bit longer. I know with Cable Mod, there's a default size for the cable, but then you can actually increase the cable length. So could be a consideration. But that is in and connected. The last piece is just the 24 pin. Okay, and we're done. I mean, what do you think? I mean, much more clean, definitely with the single cable, and then these nice braided lines here. Do you think it's worth 40 bucks, or would you stick with the default cables? Let me know. So here, I'm gonna go grab a power cable, turn this on, make sure everything boots up well, and then we're good. Okay. You're seeing this for the first time. I hope all is well and nothing. It looks good, no smoke. So yeah, I mean, that's it. That's literally, this video was just about cleaning up the cables, and the option, other than kind of the two options, Cable Mod and ModDIY, to grab a cable. Let me know what 4000 series you may have, what power supply you're matching it with. If you're having a hard time finding one of these cables, I highly recommend getting one and get yourself away from these crazy adapters. So that's it. Stay tuned. Like I say, I do have a 4070 that I'm reviewing next. So yeah, if you want to get notified, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.